Let's go, BU! Let's go, BU!
What up, Bulldog fans? Welcome to this week's edition of the Bulldog Blitz. I'm your host, Corey Stark. It was quite a weekend for Butler sports, with all teams playing at home going undefeated. We'll get you caught up in all that action. Plus, we'll sit down with volleyball coach Sharon to discuss the fast start to the 2008 squad. But first, we'll talk some football. If you remember back to the 2007 season, the Butler football team got to a perfect 4-0 start and had many fans hoping that streak would continue into league play. Those wins didn't come as the team went 0-6 to finish the season. But as they say, there's always next year. And fans, that time is now. The Bulldogs played their first Pioneer League game of the year when they hosted Drake last Saturday. First quarter of play on a big third down, Matt Cobley connects with wideout Alex White to keep the drive alive. Then just a few plays later, Cobley throws one in the end zone, caught by big number 89, Dan Boer. Bulldogs take a 7-0 lead. Bulldogs' red zone defense would play tough, holding Drake to 3 field goals, including one in the first quarter. It's called good, but it could have gone either way. You be the judge. Butler would take a 7-6 lead into the second quarter until Rob Blevins, great defensive play. He'll take it 39 yards to the house. Bulldogs on top 14-6. Butler would add another touchdown in the third quarter, and they would go on and win their first PFL game in 2 years with a final score of 21-15. The Dogs are now 3-1 on the season. Now changing pace as the women's golf team prepares to defend their 5th straight league title. Blitz's Mark Minner took a closer look at one of the women who is leading the team on the fairway and in the clubhouse.
All it takes is one swing of the club, and senior Lauren Schauer shows you why she's one of the best women's golfers in the Horizon League. Last year, Lauren led the team to their 4th consecutive Horizon League championship.
It was very fulfilling, very worthwhile. It's just an exciting ride to be on. I mean, I was a junior, so it was the 3rd year that we got to win the championship. We had such a close-knit team, such a great group of girls, and, you know, we're ready to just try to repeat that this year.
For the 2nd year in a row, Lauren finished runner-up individually in the league championship. But even though she would have loved to win, she wasn't about to lose sleep over it.
It was disappointing, especially being 2 strokes up in the very first, or after the first day. But, you know, Katie Rugner from Youngstown State, she played an amazing day. You know, there was nothing else I could do about it.
In his 2nd season, head coach Bill Mattingly has quickly realized that Lauren is a key factor in the team's success.
We're a very young team, so that makes Lauren even more valuable as the only upperclassman on the team.
Yeah.
She's obviously got great golfing skills. She hits the ball a long way. She's a good iron player, very good putter. Her one weakness, if there is one right now, she's working hard on her short game. But I think what really separates her more than anything is just her personality. She's a great leader for the team.
Golf has played an important role in Lauren's life for many years, but if it hadn't been for a simple sibling rivalry, she would have never taken a swing.
My dad took my sister and I out when I was 6. There's a little 9-hole par 3 golf course in Kokomo, and we just wanted to play. And at first, I just rode the cart for fun. You know, I didn't really want to go out and play. But of course, my sister was hitting balls, and I wanted to be able to hit past her, drive the ball a little bit farther, and then it just kind of picked up from there.
Golf can be a humbling sport at times, and the most embarrassing moment for Lauren is still quite clear in her memory.
My first golf tournament, I was 10 years old playing the 11 and 12-year-old division when I was young. I shot an 81 for 9 holes. I mean, I was so mad. I think the last hole I picked up a ball, was 2 inches away from the hole and dropped it in.
But most of the times on the course aren't embarrassing. In fact, in high school, her team won the state championship. At Butler, Lauren continued her success, and her best moment came just last year.
Definitely last year when I broke the record. It was really amazing, and the whole time I was trying to study for a test.
Lauren now holds the record that stands at 3 under par, a 69. Mark Minner, Bulldog Blitz.
When the IU soccer team rolls into town to face the Bulldogs, fans know they'll get their money's worth. And Tuesday's game was no exception as Butler battled the Hoosiers until the final whistle. It was a rainy night at Kuntz Stadium and the slippery conditions played havoc with both teams. It didn't trouble the Hoosiers early though. In fact, really early, they would score 11 seconds into the game. That would beat a previous IU record of 16 seconds scoring into a game. But the Bulldogs would hang tough despite the early deficit. They just couldn't find the back of the net. Both seniors Eduardo Garcia and Frank Patino each had 3 shots on goal. IU would go ahead and add another goal in the second half. They win 2-0. Bulldogs' record slips to 7-2-2 overall. The loss was a hard pill to swallow for the team.
Well, just frustrated, to be honest. I mean, I feel like there was a curse on their goal all game, and we had plenty of chances. And disappointed to not get one, and then probably more frustrated that we just gifted goals, which was disappointing because Indiana's going to earn goals, so you can't afford to give them goals. And I think we did that tonight.
It's always tough, you know. There's a team that was always pushing, fighting, and we have some chances. I think this time we couldn't beat them. You know, it was a tie game, so unfortunately, you know, sometimes that's the way it goes.
The men's soccer team will return its attention to conference play when they face UIC Saturday. After the break, we'll sit down with volleyball coach Sharon Clark, and later we'll tell you about one Butler athlete who has traveled the distance to compete as a Bulldog. Stay right here on the Bulldog Blitz.